is a huge bureaucracy made up of judges, court-appointed attorneys, guardian ad litems, social workers, state employees, court investigators, therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists, foster parents, adoptive parents, and on, who are looking to the children in state care for their job security.
Here's some more proof that no good deed goes unpunished. In 2009, a Kansas man helped a lesbian couple who wanted to be parents. William Marotta gave them a gift, the seed of life, an act of kindness he's sadly come to regret. The couple had posted a Craigslist ad and Marotta responded. He charged nothing and even delivered the specimen to their home. They signed a paper agreeing to their terms. And after a baby girl was born, her moms were thrilled. William thought that was that because, as he keeps saying, I'm the sperm donor, not the father. Makes sense, right? The state of Kansas, however, has spent years hounding Marotta for child support, going so far as ordering a DNA test to prove he's the dad. After 8 years together, Angela Bauer and Jennifer Schreiner broke up. They agreed to continue co-parenting the little girl, as well as other children they're responsible for. The sperm donor saga only began after the little girl's mom got sick and applied for benefits. The state required the biological father's name and then began pursuing him. None of the individuals involved in this case are asking anyone for anything. The former couple is not seeking financial aid. The sperm donor is not seeking parental rights.
Judges have control over private living arrangements and income of 48.3 million Americans. The United States Census Bureau reported in 2002 that $40 billion in transfer payments were made between households of custody parents and other parents.
Hurt my back. I haven't been working too much, but he's got, I showed him the pay stubs. I have been working.
See, this is what you do. You don't go in there with no lawyer. They got lawyers. Every one of these cases, you're going to be having lawyers, and these guys show by themselves.
So are you working for an employer where we could get a wage withholding?
Yes and no.
Better get some legal shield or something.
I'm like on call. When they need me, they call me in. I do maintenance and everything else.
So what you're telling me is you're not going to get a W-2 for the year?
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
You will get a W-2, yeah. So there could be a wage withholder.
Yeah, you could.
Did you give Mr. Buckmeyer the information about your employer?
He did, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay. Ms. Olbrecht, do you have anything you want to say?
I mean, I work 5-6 days a week.
I'm tired of coming to court, man. Lock his ass up.
I always have. I just would like the money that's due to me.
Showed you the pay stubs.
Okay, Mr. Olbrecht, but the point is the court expects
See, they don't give a shit about you at all.
The court expects the support
when you step in that courtroom, they don't care.
Every month.
Last thing you want is the government in your life.
No really doesn't get us where we need to be. In my review of the file says we've had this conversation before or something like it.
Don't even remember who he is.
Can you get 40 hours a week from this employer?
I can't say for sure. No.
Well, Mr. Olbrecht, I'm going to find that you haven't purged the contempt because you really didn't get there. You're up for 20 days in the Medina County Jail.
That should help you get the money.
The sentence effective immediately.
Well, then she won't get her money for it.
She's not getting it anyway.
Look at this. Look at this, fellas. Look at that.
Mr. Olbrecht.
That money, $40 billion, is under the direction and control of family court judges in environments covered with confidentiality laws that protect the wrong people. Fathers are victims of this unjust system. Child support payments, even without having visits with their children, are choking the very life out of fathers. 3 fathers, of whom I am aware and have been in touch with, committed suicide in the last 12 months because they lost the opportunity to even visit with their children.
Joseph Shamilar is a divorced dad of 2.
Yeah.
Not even 9 months after the split, Joe got some shocking news from his boys.
And they got in the car and they were bouncing up and down, telling me that Mom has a new baby. And I said, well, is she babysitting? Is she, is she looking after someone?
So you didn't think it was real?
No, I had no idea.
His ex-wife had given birth. She had gotten pregnant during their separation by another man. Legally, she was still married to Joe. Court papers clearly acknowledge the baby is not Joe's, but Albert Bush's, and that Bush had established a personal, financial, or custodial relationship with the child. The court ordered medical expenses be split between the biological parents. But the Friday before Father's Day, Joe got a letter in the mail from friend of the court.
I thought, my God, this is hilarious. It's Father's Day weekend, and here's the biggest joke that I think I've ever had played on me transpiring right now.
The letter said he owed $8,500 in back child support plus medical expenses for a baby his ex-wife had with another man. So the court was asking you to pay for a child that's not yours.
Exactly.
And should think before they act. That's what needs to happen. Could we do more? Yes. Could we fine-tune it? Yes. Should have...
At least 5 employers per week until becoming employed to the child support agency. And further, he should have provided information to the prosecutor's office every 2 weeks about such job search. At this time, there was no evidence that he did either of those things. In addition, upon becoming employed, he should have paid $260 per month to the child support agency for his child support, which includes his current support as well as an arrearage payment. Had he done so over the entire 4 months, he should have paid $1,040. Again, there has not been any payments made through the agency. Today, however, it is my understanding that he does have $175 on his person in cash. I am not in receipt of that at this time. If that is forthcoming, that would mean that he has made a 17% of his total possible purge payment made.
Damn, this bitch want the money out of his fucking pocket.
Your Honor, the total arrearage on the case as of April 30th of 2008 would be $2,091.02. If it may please the court and I may approach, I would ask that the printout from the Child Support Enforcement Agency marked as Exhibit 1 be entered into evidence.
Okay. Thank you. Think about getting me a job. I mean, I have, but I didn't send the paperwork and everything that they asked me to do. I didn't send none of it in.
Okay, so you, in effect, you didn't comply with the purge terms. Is it true that you have $175?
Yes, I do.
Can you give that to Ms. Monty, please?
Damn, they taking the money out of his pocket. This is fucked up. Yep. That's what happens when you don't wear condoms and fuck around with these chicks.
So you're only...
Look, they even counting money.
I
should be a fucking crime.
You know what I'm saying? To even do a little bit of what I can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you have a court obligation. You're supposed to pay the support. You have a child to support.
Yeah, they just told me that I had to fill out the applications. I didn't have to pay until I got the job. But, I mean, I didn't do that. So.
Okay, Ms. Myers, do you have anything you want to say?
He's lying. He just had another baby and he's there to support his other child.
This is what this is about.
Kenneth, he has a source of income. He's not borrowing money from family members at all.
How you even say that name?
That's why he's saying that he can't pay. That's all a lie. I do know for
See, this is what you're messing with. I tell you guys, this chick is vengeful.
He could be paying this every month. He can afford it every month, but he decides not to. He just bought a new truck. He can afford $260 a month. That's basically all I gotta say.
Okay, Mr. Pickett, you heard Ms. Myers. She believes you have a source of income and you could be paying the support. Do you have a new truck?
No, I don't have a new truck.
Who's supporting you?
My baby mother who I stay with right now.
He can't work.
And my daughter.
And your daughter.
You don't see why he's gonna throw his ass in jail. Watch.
Right, his new daughter.
Okay, but you have.
This is all about his new daughter.
Yes, I have one by Piano Myers, and I have one.
This dummy, I don't know why he use a condom, dummy.
Okay, but this court is interested in the firstborn child, okay?
Yeah, that's what she's talking about. I'm talking
some
about
biblical shit.
Karaya. I couldn't pay it. I don't have no source of income.
He decides not to be in her life either. But he's in his new child's life, but he decides not to be in my daughter's life. That's why he's in child support anyway.
I understand.
All of this is because I don't want to be with her. That's all.
No, you have an obligation.
I know that, but
excuse me, don't interrupt me. You have an obligation to pay support for this child, whether or not you choose to be in the child's life. So, Mr. Pickett, I'm going to find that you have not purged the contempt, and I'm going to order that you serve the 4 consecutive days in the Medina County Jail effective immediately.
Your Honor, for the record,
He definitely, how you going to pay child support if he in jail?
The money, it's actually $185.
Oh my God. They took all his money and then they put him in jail.
This video is for irresponsible, bitter women using their kids as a meal ticket to get revenge on their ex. I'm a mental health counselor who knows firsthand how trifling women can be. Child support sometimes is not used on the child, and most women are angry because the relationship did not work out. So because you can't have them, the kids can't have them either, you fill the kid's head up with negative things, telling the child their daddy don't love them or he didn't call when actually he did. If he loses his job or get laid off, you try to have the father of your kids placed in jail for not paying child support. You take a special effort to start drama with his woman. Does it sound like an irresponsible woman to you? Not to mention she tells the world she's holding it down as a single parent, but really don't have to be a single parent because the father of her kids wants to be involved. That sounds like a psychopath. You hurt your children when you do these things. They deserve a father. Fathers can demonstrate for a young girl how to choose a good man, the role of a man, how a man responds to a woman without beating her in the midst of a heated argument. For boys, the same thing. He teaches these young men how to be men.
Children don't have that. They have a hole in their heart the size of their father, and they go searching for that for the rest of their lives.
And for 13-year-old Brandon Haney, he simply wants his father around.
You don't feel the same without him. I don't feel comfortable in that.
They want to make good choices. It's just they have a hard time. And if they don't have someone to emulate, you know, it's that much harder for them.
Yeah, see, that's the truth of it. And what I try to get single moms to understand is that wanting to have someone to emulate, it cannot be you. Because what they struggling with and what they trying to figure out, man, can only be taught by a man.